I am very grateful for Christian Science. Plainfield's Sunday Roundtable talked about making God our priority. I loved Gary's comments that if our priorities are for God, for our leader, and for mankind, then everything else will fall into place, guaranteed. Well, I have found that this is the absolute truth. A couple of years ago, here in Australia, the lockdowns were hitting businesses very hard. We own a face-to-face training company, and overnight our entire calendar of work for all of our facilitators was cancelled due to the lockdowns. We did not know how we could recover from such a situation. We were totally relying on God and the pure Christian Science principles that we had been taught. Plainfield Independent was the only place we could find that taught pure Christian Science and practiced it. I am so very grateful because through the teaching at Plainfield, we had a refuge where we could come and drink in God's peace and presence and power. Through Plainfield, I learned a stillness, that I was not jumping to the tune of panic in the business community, and I felt my priorities begin to change. I had a picture of what I needed to do. First, I contributed my last dollars to Plainfield. I felt very joyful and unafraid about doing that, as it represented our total commitment to God and to our leader. Secondly, I prayed without ceasing. Mary and Florence had taught this in a number of instructional testimonies, to immerse oneself in the Bible and in our textbook. And I found listening to all that Plainfield was doing was very helpful in this regard. What followed next was the most rapid recovery in business I have ever seen. Through no human action of our own, we were suddenly booked for a project. It came out of the clear blue sky, and although it was not a very Christly environment, this job lasted long enough for us to learn what we needed to and move forward. We then were moved by God onto another project, which allowed us to rewrite our entire body of training manuals so that we could run online training courses in team building and management, thus being unaffected by lockdowns. Then, not through any advertising or effort that we did, clients started to line up for our team building training. Now I know, having seen where things were headed, that had I been humanly panicking, this would have been a very dire outcome. We have been totally safe in our business throughout this entire period. We hear all the time from our clients who feel the love of God in our training and are helped onward and upward in their work and dealings. It is a very joyous and humbling experience because we are seeing God feed his sheep through our work. The change in making God as our top priority is what achieved this success. The studies and lessons here at Plainfield are truly God's wisdom, power, and love speaking to us all. Our ever thanks to God, to Jesus, to Mary Baker Eddy, and to all at Plainfield Independent.